Okay, update video. So the cranberry hibiscus doesn't look that great. Will probably freeze back. I don't think I'm going to grow it next year. My wife didn't use it. It was a little pretty, but I bought it a little too big and it flopped over a bunch. This was the canna lily bed. I've been flipping it over. I planted the potatoes here, a bag of potatoes. I think most of them came up, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't have any missing spaces, but I thought I had more at the end that didn't come up. So these were gold something organic potatoes for a 2-pound bag at the store. And we'll see. I just added peat moss, then sand. Let me zoom out. And then more peat moss on top. So I'm flipping this bed into a blueberry bed. My wife didn't like the look of the canna lilies, the sweet potatoes. So compromise. I had, if you don't know, in the past, I had the blueberries here. I had them kind of zigzagged around, and a few of them died. I think too much mulch. Multiple problems. One, I got them from Lowe's on sale. Some of them did pretty good, some of them didn't. But all the other ones that weren't in that batch have done much better. So I'm thinking that just that variety is not, it was basically a whole bunch of one sharp blue or something like that. Rabbit eyes are doing pretty good. Redoing this bed so there's a loop around and keep it contained. So I'm gonna try this year keeping everything in boxes for organization, in smaller boxes. I used to think like, here's a box, but it's too big. So try to organize in smaller boxes. So plan is I'm gonna move the blueberries to this row, blueberries to that row, and blackberries. Because my wife, we have the cats come through and she's a little scared about the diseases from the cats. They've been digging and peeing and pooping and stuff. So we're gonna go with a little bit higher. A little afraid of the birds, but it is what it is. I'm trying to grow something. So these potatoes, I'll flip this. I'm gonna put that blueberry bush and that blueberry bush here. And then probably one more. I might just leave the cranberry hibiscus there. So, getting back to this bed. This is the wildflower bed. Probably gonna take out, I'm trying to see what wildflowers I like, which ones I don't, and edit it as we go. Everything always an edit. Nothing stays the same. So I added 2 bags of peat moss here. 2 bags of peat moss, or bag and a half, and a bag where I planted this Okalochney blueberry. Planted another rabbit eye. So I'm gonna have my high bushes and blackberry. So I'm gonna do blackberry, Carolina raspberry, blackberry, Carolina raspberry, blackberry. The thornless blackberries. I don't have a thornless raspberry that will grow in this climate. Most of them are for higher zones. So we'll see. I don't really like thorns, but so what I did was I added 2 bags of peat moss for the blueberries and the raspberries, blackberries. And it's pure sand. So I don't want to really do compost. It's just too expensive. So I'm going to do leaf mulch on top and just slowly improve the bed over time. I don't really buy fertilizers. I just don't really see the point of buying expensive fertilizers and then have my crops cost as much as it would in the store, but I'm putting more effort in, if that makes sense. So more time, the same amount of money by the time I buy the fertilizers as the ones in the store. But and then I'm just doing the same way as the store. So we're gonna add probably one more bag of peat here, maybe. But so, I mean, this looks like rich soil right now. I just tilled up the sand. This was dirt from the banana patch, so it's really high in organic matter in the first place. And the peat makes it look like really high, but it's really just peat moss. So that should help with the acidity for the blueberries and the blackberries. So I had this whole bed with sweet potatoes, and I had a terrible harvest. But I just found 3 more sweet potatoes, and they're of good picking size. So 2 months later, the sweet potatoes actually got up to size. So I think I just harvested them too early, unfortunately. So it was kind of like a waste of all summer growing them when I didn't even hardly get a harvest. And then if you see, I had some ube and then nyame harvest from a year, and not that big for the amount of space in the look. So I had trellis vines here, a trellis and a trellis. So I got like 3 pounds per trellis. The issue is those cost what, $8 a piece? So you're talking $16 in the trellis, and you know, I'm only getting, that's like a couple less than in food. So yeah, probably not going back with name or ube next year. I will try to do, sorry if that got paused, my battery's low. Okay, so just showing you front yard. Okay, we'll make it a 10-minute video. So dig out this path. So all these sages I'll cut up next time. We got the persimmon. So here's the goal. I let a lot of I planted too many things, and kind of hodgepodge, spacing too tight. So we're going to have a path here, and we're going to have a path here, and then I'm going to remove these next year, sell them, hopefully get some money for the palms, and then do a path on the other side of that guy. So we'll have diagonal paths in here. So I got to remove these guys, and probably, we'll see. My wife, we're going to let this still be my play zone, even though it's weedy, but you don't really see it from the road. So, and I got the lychee, the longing, and the white sapote in the neighbor's yard. So I might plant another white sapote over here. So we want to do, this is the window. We want to kind of do a bird lookout area here, but I'm afraid if I do the birds, then they'll just eat all the blueberries. But that it might just be a bird patch. So yeah. And this, okay, here's my idea here. I haven't really had an idea, but I'm gonna probably do a nopalito patch. So nopales down here, move that blueberry over there, cut this guy out, the salt bush, take that out, maybe move this crepe myrtle where the palm is, these crepe myrtles where the palm is, and we'll see. And then I'm gonna raise this up like kind of like this style with the retaining wall blocks, and then do like a nopalito orchard right here, and then do some flowers, or do it in the middle maybe, I'm not sure. I'm trying to, this is basically where the septic tank is, or septic field. So let me come out. So we're not gonna, I kind of want to just leave this is the grass patch, is exactly where the septic field is. So we'll kind of see going forward. I'm almost at 10 minutes. So basically, after I've harvested the potatoes, we'll put the blueberries in there, and then I'm gonna do the blackberries and raspberries and then blueberries, anchoring it, since I just don't want to give them away or throw them away. So they hopefully easier to weed. Problem is here I got torpedo grass, I got vines, and the way I had them zigzagged, it was hard to weed, and it was hard to like mow because they were not in a row. So I was trying to not have them in a row for aesthetic purposes, but it actually looked worse with so my idea is I'm going to do a row of white flowering pawpaws here, and then a row of walking path, and then some ornamentals. So I moved one of my, this is a purple purple leaf crepe myrtle with red blooms, and then I got this guy's done well. This is a fire bush, so it'll be purple and gold, and I think that will look good. I might plant another crepe myrtle there, a purple leaf crepe myrtle, kind of like a purple gold thing. So that's the idea, and that's just where my mind's at right now. It always changes. So all right, this is the New Year update.